What is up, YouTube? Today we are going to be attempting to turn this riding mower into a racing mower. My friend gave this thing to me a couple weeks ago, and it's been sitting in my shed, taking up space, and I'm finally pulling it out to do something with it. When he gave it to me and I first saw it, I had a couple ideas of what I wanted to do to this thing. The motor's in the back, so this thing does do wheelies, which is really cool. I am going to make this thing faster. That's a given. I wanted to put this the seat, scoot it up a little bit. I wanted to take this steering wheel off and put on like ATV handlebars to house the brake and the gas or something, and just have the clutch pedal right there. Take that pedal off. But I'm not really sure. I'm going to do that because it's one of these where you turn the steering wheel a lot and the wheels turn a little. So to put on ATV handlebars, I'd have to redo the whole steering thing, which is not a big a deal. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. So I may just leave it like this, or I may put on ATV handlebars. I'm not sure yet. Kind of don't really want to spend any money on this thing because I've been spending way too much on all my stuff. Plus I'm trying to buy a truck, so trying to save every last penny I have for the truck. So but anyway, this thing has a 12.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. It does have electric start, but to do that you need a battery, and this thing doesn't have a battery. It's not that big a deal. I do have a battery. I may put it on, I may not. It just may be easier just to pull start it. It's not that hard. It does start within 2 or 3 pulls, so it's not too bad. I'm kind of bummed. I did have a riding lawnmower seat that was in much better condition than this one, and I threw it away. I didn't think I would need it, so I threw it away, and I'm kind of bummed because this one, it's a little torn up. It's not that bad, it's just a little torn up. The one I threw away was in much better condition. So yeah, this thing has gears. You shift like that, and not pushing the clutch in, so it doesn't really work. So yeah, really first thing you can do with this thing is take off the blade system thingy. Alright, I ended up tearing apart a lot more than I thought I would have to, just to take off everything that was associated with the blades, and I took off all this just random junk that I don't need. So yeah, let's take a look underneath. It's pretty light in the front. You can just basically pick it up with one hand and just set it down just like that, which is awesome. Yeah, the steering works great. I may want to change it. I'm not really sure yet. And this is how... Where's a flashlight? Here's one. If you can see, there's no transmission, so there's no gears. What it is and how it works is there's a... This thing focused. Get a focus. Is there an autofocus on this thing? I don't know. Anyway, there's a friction drum, and it just rubs against this other drum, and depending where it is, right now it's in neutral. That's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and right here is reverse. So the farther it is away from the center of this drum, the faster this thing goes. And basically what this does is when you hit the clutch, this drum right here lifts up a little bit, and therefore it doesn't rub up against here. Like right now it's in neutral. So to make this thing faster, what I basically got to do is make that drum as big as possible. I can't make the main drum, this drum, as small as possible because it's already, I can't do anything about that. So basically just make that drum as big as possible, which I think I can go on like 2 inches bigger on each side, so another 4-inch bigger drum. And I may need to replace the friction. I'm not really sure what this is called, but I'm just calling it the friction drum. As you can see, it's really worn down. A lot of it's missing, and it seems to work. Seems to work just fine though. So anyway, that's how the transmission works, and that's how I'm going to attempt to make this thing faster. And yeah, this thing is pretty cool. Okay, so this is the pulley that was already on the mower, and this is the pulley I'm going to be putting on the mower. This was a 5.5 inch, and this is a 8-inch pulley. And I already had the pulley. I just had to go out and buy the hub. The hub that was on here was a 3/4, and now I had to buy a 1-inch hub for it. So yeah, all I gotta do is put it on, and then measure the size belt that I need, and go back to Tractor Supply and go buy the belt. Which is not a big deal, but kind of annoying. So yeah. Okay, so I finally got that bigger pulley on. It just fits in there. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. I had to do a little rearranging with the belt tensioner. I bought a belt for it. It turned out to be too small. And anyway, I actually already had one. It's a little bit thicker than the belt that was already on there. It just sticks out a little bit. Shouldn't be too big a deal. It should still work fine. I had to do a little rearranging with the belt tensioner. Damn. I have the hiccups. Belt tensioner. Well, originally, this bar was up on the inside of this thing. I had to cut it right there and bend it out, re-weld it, and then put the spring on the outside just to make room for the bigger pulley. It looks really jankety, but it works. I had the hiccups. This is probably gonna be the end of part 1. Part 2 is probably gonna be me finishing this thing up and putting it back together and doing a test ride, seeing how well it works. Excuse me. Seeing how well it works. So yeah. Look for part 2. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and have a nice day.